So you think being a Viking is all about raiding and pillaging? Not today. Because today, you're not just learning about Vikings, you're living like one. You're going to eat what they ate, train like they trained, and survive like they survived. Welcome to your day as a real Viking. Your morning starts early, before the sun even breaks the horizon. Inside your longhouse, it's dark and warm. The air smells of smoke, straw, and something cooking slowly overnight. You're surrounded by your family. Maybe 10 people, all bundled under furs on raised wooden beds. You share this space with a few animals too. Goats, chickens, they're part of the household in the winter months. You stretch, roll out of bed, and grab your grooming kit. Yes, a grooming kit. Vikings cared deeply about appearance. You clean your teeth with a birch stick, comb your hair, tidy your beard, or tie your braids. Archaeologists have found tweezers, combs, even razors buried with the dead. Hygiene wasn't a luxury. It was daily life. You throw on a wool tunic and trousers, fastened with a leather belt and brooches. If you're well off, your clothes are dyed in deep blues or reds. If not, they're earth-toned, but just as sturdy. You slip on soft leather shoes, wrap a cloak around your shoulders, and head outside. Breakfast is simple. A bit of flatbread, maybe some dried fish or leftover stew. You eat quickly. There's work to be done. If you're a man, you might tend to livestock or walk the fields to check fences and tools. If you're a woman, you're running the household, managing food stores, weaving cloth, preparing supplies for market. But don't be fooled. Viking women could also be landowners, merchants, and even warriors in some regions. Children don't go to school. They're outside helping, feeding animals, collecting firewood, learning through experience. If they're lucky, they might play with carved toys or practice throwing stones. Religion isn't something you do on Sundays. It's part of every breath. You might leave a small offering outside your door, a piece of bread or a splash of mead for Thor, Freya, or Odin. Every thunderstorm, every good harvest, every birth or death has a god's hand in it. Around mid-morning, the village gathers for training. You're not always at war, but you're always preparing. You grip a round shield and line up with your neighbors. You practice holding the shield wall, a solid moving wall of bodies and wood. You swing axes, practice footwork, and drill tactics. And off to the side, the berserkers are warming up, bare-chested, chanting, eyes wild. No one really knows what drives them. Mushrooms? Madness? Divine possession? After training, it's time for trade. You pack up goods and head down to the market near the shore. Boats from other villages are arriving, some loaded with furs, others with amber, fish, or iron. You might trade for jewelry, soapstone, or fine wool from far-off lands. The Viking world was deeply connected. Coins from Baghdad, silks from the East, wine from France. You speak with traders who know runes, Latin, Arabic. The world is bigger than your village. As the sun dips low, you return home. The longhouse is alive with the smell of stew. Onions, herbs, maybe some wild boar. Everyone eats together. There's laughter, clinking cups, and tales passed down by the fire. A skald stands up, a poet, warrior, and historian rolled into one. He tells the story of Odin hanging from Yggdrasil, or of a great voyage across a stormy sea. He sings in rhythm. No one dares interrupt. Later, you play Nufatafel, a Viking strategy board game that's older than chess. You sip mead, carved from a drinking horn, and talk about trade, weather, and the gods. Maybe someone plays a lyre or drums. This is the heart of the community: storytelling, song, and shared memory. And when conflicts arise, which they always do, you bring them to the thing. It's not just a meeting. It's the foundation of Viking law. Everyone can attend, speak, and vote. You present your case. Your neighbor responds. The community decides. It's democracy, Viking style. As the fire burns low and the cold sets in, you lie back on your bed of straw and wool. Your muscles ache from the day's work, but there's pride in that. You've trained, traded, feasted, and honored your gods. You're not just a raider. You're a farmer, a builder, a storyteller, a fighter. You belong to a world that's more complex and more human than history often tells. So now that you've lived a full Viking day, what kind of Viking would you be? Thanks for watching, and congrats, you made it through a full Viking day without getting raided. If you liked this kind of deep dive, let us know in the comments. Seriously, your feedback helps shape what we make next. And hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We've got more day-in-the-life journeys coming, from pharaohs to pirates and everything in between. See you next time on A Scroll in Time.